Hello, and welcome. I hope you're fine. I'm fine. I'm grateful for today. It's another day. It's another opportunity. It's another day to ask why I'm here. My name is Winnie Kamuya, CEO, International Renaissance Center, an international best-selling author, a speaker, and a coach. Welcome. So I want to ask you, what is your why? What is your why? Because that is what keeps you going on a day to day. If you understand, if you know your why, you're most likely going to be able to move forward even during this time when you're working in isolation. Even this time when you're not sure whether you should move forward. I love learning. And one of the things that I get to know during learning is that it stretches and pushes me to some place where I start having questions. So the other night I was learning from one of my mentors, and one of the things that he highlighted is that in this life, whether you like it or not, life is still moving. And I want to ask you, do you think life is still moving even though you feel uncertain? Are you moving with the wave, or what have you decided? If you are not, what's going on? Because life is moving. And why do I say that? And he gave a good example that you're still going to pay bills. You're still going to find yourself having to do the things that you regularly do, like go shopping, buy food, eat, okay? Still, you need to talk to friends. So what will you do between now until that time when your life comes to a stop? Because if you don't do anything, then it might mean that actually you've stopped, you've given up. So you need to find what is that thing that keeps you going, that keeps reminding you that you have a purpose here. And it is for that purpose you exist. And it is for that purpose you must still continue doing what you are supposed to be doing. Yes, I know you're working from home. And working from home has not stopped you from doing what you were doing before. If it's work, how are you doing? How are you coping? How are you adjusting? And being human, my mentor reminds me that human beings are the people that adapt the most. So it means you can adapt and you can be able to adjust yourself and to enable you to move forward. So if you're adapting, you are changing, you're moving forward, and if you're not, you need to revisit the why, because that will keep you and push you forward moving. So I asked myself, so what is my why? And I just wanted to refer you to something I wrote in my book, that for a while I didn't understand my why. I ran away from my why because I didn't know, or I didn't accept, or let me put it, I was fearful, or let me put it in the words of my mentor, and this actually surprised me. The only reason why I ran away from my why is because I did not want to be that person. I was afraid of who I was becoming or who I become. Why? Because once you become the person you are meant to be, you will change your habits. You will change the way you do things. And you might have to change some of the things that you do because of who you have become. So I look at you and I look at myself, and I remember so well on page 19 in my book, this is what I say. Okay? I was away, I was not in my country, so I just got bored taking care of my son at home, and therefore I began to look for something to keep me busy. Just like Jonah in the Bible, I had been running away from who I was really. And you know what I was running away from? Once again, you'll find it ironic that the first job I could get was teaching. Once again, becoming a teacher was coming back to my life. It was a calling I couldn't escape. Whom I was inside was something I had to be. Although I had not accepted my calling, I began to understand that maybe I was called to teach, to inspire, to transform, to instruct others. Maybe this is what I was supposed to do. And when I understood that, I now fully embraced and started working on being the teacher I was supposed to be. So as I watch you, I know that I am doing what I am supposed to be doing. I am become the person I'm supposed to become, because I stopped running away from myself. Because when you keep on running away from yourself, you will not find yourself. And that is why I just want to remind you, when you are thinking that no, you are afraid, or you don't know, you're trying to get away from yourself, you are afraid because when you become the person you're supposed to become, then there are ways or there are habits that you are going to change. And that is what you could be afraid of. But just to give you some motivation, know that you will get the grace that you need. Of course, it doesn't happen immediately. It will take time. It will be a bit messy. It will be very scary. It's been very scary for me to get online. But since last year, November, I made a promise to myself that if I am becoming the person I was supposed to be, I am supposed to face my fears head on. I'm still finding my voice, and I'm so happy. Yes, and gladly that even I was so afraid. My first, maybe, videos were not as exciting. I would do them, I would feel so afraid. And with time, that has changed. I can assure you, every human is scared of becoming the person they are meant to be, the leader they are meant to be. But I tell you, if that is what will make you to be the person you're supposed to be, if that is what is meant to happen, and you tell yourself and you declare to yourself that I have to face this fear and I have to become the person I'm meant to be, and you will get the grace you need to go through it, because we all have what it takes, and by the assignment we are given the tools, the resources within us to be able to accomplish that mission. That alone is very, very inspiring, to know that we have been given those resources and those tools, those skills. It is only for us to say, yes, I accept, and on the moment you accept, you will be surprised that all things will fall into place. So I'm still calling upon you. What is your why? And if you don't know your why, how long? Because as long as you don't know your why, somebody is suffering because of your not knowing what is your why, or somebody is suffering because you are still in denial. You don't want to become that person. You are afraid of yourself. You are afraid who you could become. You are afraid of your success. You are afraid that you could be a great leader, the person you have always been. And for sure, I don't want to think that there's a reason that is stopping you, because God has allowed it, and that means you are meant to be. So my challenge today for you is to think about what you are afraid of. Ask yourself, am I afraid of becoming a leader? Or becoming whatever it is that you have always known you are supposed to be? Because I need to change myself. Is that the reason why I'm afraid? So if that is the reason, can I look at each of those fears and really question those fears, if this is true and why it's true? And you will be surprised that as you question each of the fears, you'll be surprised that it's something you can face. I obviously couldn't face, and I write it a lot in my book. I couldn't face the fact that being a teacher, you'll be criticized, let me tell you. But I want to remind you, in every situation, in fact, from the day you are born, the moment you cried is the moment criticism started. They said you're crying too loud, you're crying too softly, you're not crying enough, you're too quiet, we don't know what's wrong with you, you're too dark, you're too brown, you're too anything, name it, whatever they say. They already started criticizing you on that day. Do you think they are going to stop? They will not stop. And let me also tell you one thing. When they criticize you, it means you are doing something and you are moving towards a direction that you should have been moving. So be happy that if they will criticize you, that is your greatest fear. Then you are doing something that gets you out of your comfort zone. Without getting out of your comfort zone, it's very unlikely you're going to discover yourself, or you're going to know the resources that are placed within you, the skills that you've been given, the talents that you have, and who you're supposed to become. And you need to know who you're supposed to become, because that's the gift that you're given, and that's the gift that you bring to the world. And that is the person the world needs. They need it today. Stop wasting time running in circles and saying you don't know your why. You know, and once you know, there's so many people that will be impacted. There's so many lives that will be changed, and you can lead from there. I'm so happy, and I know, and I believe you are a leader. You are meant to be a leader in an area that you have always been inspired or been attracted towards. And that's your gift. That's where your resources were placed, because God is accurate. Stop running away. God will get you there. When the time is right, He'll get you there. Stop waiting for that moment. Move yourself towards that place. If you're waiting to see what will happen, you might get there in a way you will not love. And by that time, there will be too many lessons to learn. You can start today, and remember, you don't need to have every knowledge in everything you are doing. I didn't know much of the things. I've learned along the way, because I've got to keep moving. And remember, you cannot learn everything at one go. You will learn along the way, because they say we are work in progress. So I am work in progress, and that is why I'm happy to be here, because of you. And I know because of you, I had to start. If I didn't start, I would not be able to assist you. And I know someone needs that assistance from you. And you're sitting on that gift, on those resources, on those skills and somebody is suffering because of that. I want to challenge you to step out of your comfort zone. Forget about the fears you have of who you will become and how it will occur. Remember, God gives us grace in every situation, and if you believe in God, I know you believe in a God, it shall happen, and you will be grateful that you moved forward because of those people waiting for you, waiting on you. You have to step out, you have to move, and you have to start moving in the direction that will get others out. So what is your why? For me, I know my why, and I know I had to start moving. And I can tell you, nothing worked straight away. Nothing was exciting. It was all scary. It wasn't easy. It will not be easy. But along the way, you will learn and you will get the grace to go through it, and you will perfect with time. No one is born knowing anything. So it means we can learn along the way. And you too, I trust you, I believe in you, and above all, God believes in you. So you have no excuse. It's just that you have been very smart in running away from yourself. You can no longer run away from yourself. And remember, the gift, the resources, and whatever you have within you is not for you. It's to help others. So if you're still holding on what belongs to helping others, then it is not good. You've got to step out and ensure that you are helping others. Thank you for joining me. I'm so happy, and I know one thing, that you're going to step out because you know it's time. You can no longer hold yourself and say that you won't step forward. There is no reason. You have to move. You've got to get going. You've got to get into the moving bus which you belong. Nothing has stopped. As far as I'm concerned, the sun is rising, the sun is setting on each day. I've not seen it like stagnant on one place. Has it on your part? Maybe I've missed that, but I don't think so. It's moving, which means each day it's an opportunity, and each opportunity you have to hold it in your hands and do something. If it is not for you, for others, because they are waiting. Maybe they waited for too long, and God said, this is the moment. This is the time. Will you move forward? Will you continue to be where you are? What will you do? I trust and believe that you will step forward and you will stand to take action. And I believe that with that, you will be doing what you are always supposed to be doing, and you will understand your why. You will no longer question your why, and you will be able to assist, to inspire, to motivate, to transform other lives that have been waiting for you. Go ahead, do what you're supposed to be doing. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that I've given you the tool that needs to push you, to get you out there where they're waiting for you. It's not me waiting for you. No, you've been waiting for me. Others are waiting for you. So how long will you keep waiting? And how long will you keep running away? So if you're asking, I don't know, you know, I believe God puts this thing in us. We keep running away, but we know what it is. It's time for you to find out what is your why and start working and moving forward. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Angela. And thank you, all of you, for joining me and watching. I'm hoping, I'm grateful this day that it's another opportunity to bring your attention to your why. And I look forward to see you thrive in the world, because that is why you had today, and that is why you are going to move forward. Thank you, and I hope that with that said, there is no more excuses. With that said, you are becoming who you're meant to be. You're becoming who they have been waiting for. And until next time, leave your comments and feedback below. And thank you for joining. Do not be afraid of yourself. God has given you the grace. With that, it's a goodbye for now.